Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandra if you are new here, and if so, please hang around, click that subscribe button down below. Today's video is going to be hopefully the first video in a series. I will be starting here on my channel, which, as you can see from the title, is my makeup basket. So basically I've picked out products that I will be using for 2 weeks. So I have been watching a lot of YouTubers do these kinds of either monthly makeup baskets, bi-weekly makeup baskets, weekly makeup baskets, and stuff like that. And so for the last 2 months I've been also trying like the concept out and see if it was something I wanted to do, and if so, it was something I wanted to film. So for the first month I did a monthly makeup basket, and now the last month I did a bi-weekly makeup basket, and I think that's the sort of concept I will stick to, bi-weekly, so 2 weeks, one makeup basket. And I don't know if this format is going to be the format I will do every time. I think I will sometimes also pick out the products with you, like here in my Alex story. Yeah, so sometimes you will probably be with me when I pick out the products, and sometimes it's just going to be like this when I tell you the products I will be using. And I don't know, we will see how like repetitive these videos we get and everything. So yeah, let's jump in. Okay, so for primers I'm going to be using these two right here. I think I might pull in another primer later on in the 2 weeks because I'm going to be using the Lumene Beauty Base Illuminating and Smoothing Primer. Yeah, it's for normal to dry skin, and it says to give a luminous complexion, but this I feel like it's almost too luminous, so my makeup just slides around. So then I also like to mix it with this Baby Skin Instant Fatty Blur primer in Cool Rose, I believe. So I like to mix these two, but I think I only have like 2 uses left in this one, and I have a lot more in this one. So I will probably finish this one and then try to use this by itself. But if not, I will pull something else to mix this with. So these are the primers. And then for foundation, I will firstly use this MAC Studio Sculpt foundation. And if you've seen any, like some of my previous videos, you know I'm panning this one in a product. And I think I only have like 1 use left, but I said that before I used it today, so I think I might only have 1 or 2 uses left of this one. So when I'm sorry, I forgot to pull this one, but so I'm mixing these two together every day because this is a bit light, and I also like the consistency better when I mix these two. So when that one is finished, I'm going to move on to the Estee Lauder Perfectionist Youth Infusing Makeup, which looks like this. And I think I will also be mixing these two, but I haven't, I'm going to test this out and see what, if I like it by itself, that's perfect. But if I don't, I will have to look for other products to mix with it. So I have had this for a while, and I have worn it a few times, but not enough to form an opinion on it. So hopefully when the 2 weeks are over, I will have an opinion, and I'm sure I will continue. If I like it, I will continue using it for the next 2 weeks as well, after these 2 weeks, and then I will probably share my opinion of it in my next video. And then for powder, I will be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder that I'm panning also in a product in the shade 110. And I'm using this to set all, my foundation all over my face. And then for underneath my eyes, I don't really have a powder that I'm liking so far, so there is no powder in my collection that I would like to commit to using every day for 2 weeks. So I'm just going to switch around powder for setting my under eye, and then yeah, we will see. Maybe I will have a powder for that in future makeup baskets. For bronzer, I'm going to use this bronzer from YSL. This is also in a product, and it's from YSL, I think I said that, but it's the Sunkissed Blur Perfecta Healthy Glow Balm Powder. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I really like this bronzer. It's a cream bronzer. Maybe I can swatch it. It looks like that. So it's a cream bronzer and I have it on today. And I apply this like after my foundation and before powder. And I forgot, I also have another alternative for bronzer, which is this the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in the shade number 2, which is basically the days I forget to apply bronzer before I apply my powder. And I really like this one. As you can see, I have a lot of pan, but I haven't been using it since like last spring. So it was a year ago I used it, because I have panned other bronzers in between. And then for my blush, I'm going to be using this one from e.l.f. that I'm also using in a pan, and that is what it looks like. And then I will have this one, which is an H&M blush in Dazzling Peach, like from their old collection. I will have this one too, I don't know, on the days I don't feel like wearing this one. And for highlighter, I have two options. I have the MAC Lightscapade highlighter, which is a baked highlighter, so it's stone, but I think you might be able to see that I have made like some progress on it. It has been like flattened out a tiny bit. But yeah, I really like this highlight. I know when I bought it, the lady like behind the MAC counter, she said that this might be too light for me, but I don't think so at all. I think it's perfect for like a subtle, like everyday highlight. And then for a second alternative, I'm also going to be using this Nicole Gurriero Glow Kit. Yeah, this is what it looks like. I haven't been using this too much because I've only had it for a few weeks. So yeah, I have only like used these 4 shades so far. But yeah, so I don't want to give my opinion on it yet, but I'm probably going to do that later. But so far I like it. It's I have it on today. It's a lot easier to wear for fair people than I thought when I opened it, so that's good. And then I just have some like miscellaneous things. I have, I forgot to mention before, concealer. I have both the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC15, which looks like this, and I only have, this is also in a pan, and yeah, I only have a little bit left. And then for my other concealer, yeah, and I only use that concealer to carve out my eyebrow. So for another concealer for my face and under my eyes and stuff, I am going to be using the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. And yeah, I'm trying to pan this. It's not in the product, but I want to get that one out of my collection. And then for my brows, I'm going to be using the Studio 10 eye pencil, which is a duo with a highlight and an eyebrow pencil. But the highlight is too dark for me, so I'm only going to try and use up the eyebrow pencil. And then I'm going to set that with the H&M eyebrow fix, which is also in their old packaging, which is disgusting, because like their new packaging is like black, so you can see into the product to see that it's all like disgusting. So yeah, I don't know, that's good. For mascara, I will be using the Kiehl's Extreme Extension Long Lash Mascara. I'm hopeful this will be gone by the end of these 2 weeks, because I don't like it very much. And I will also be using this white eyeliner from Makeup Store in the shade Snowflake. And I will also be using this Isadora Twist Up pen, like metallic twist up pen in like khaki or something, I believe, but I depotted it into this container here, and I also have that one in the project, if I didn't say that. I'm going to try to use that. And then I'm also, for primer for my eyes, I'm using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is fairly new, so I'm just going to use that one. And then for lips, I have picked out 4 lip products that I want to use, but yeah, I'm not necessarily like constricting myself, can you say that, to only these products. So the first one is this lipstick from MAC. Yeah, that's not a very good swatch. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to flip you off. But yeah, this is the shade right here of the NARS lipstick in Anita. Audacious lipstick. And this is in a product, so that's why I'm going to use it. So it's this NYX Butter Gloss in Apple Strudel. If I can open it. I will also give you a swatch. That is what that looks like. It's just a pretty pink. And sometimes I use those together, but sometimes this is like creamy enough. I'm wearing this today. It's creamy enough by itself, so I don't want to use a gloss. But today I like put it on and then I blotted my lips. And this is the color I got, so sometimes I will do that as well. And then I have a combo right here, which is the Peggy Sage 460 lipstick, which is a purple lipstick, as you can see. And that is what that looks like. And for this lipstick I'm also like putting it on and then I'm blotting my lips with a piece of like tissue, and then I'm doing a second layer and then I'm blotting again, and then I'm usually going in with this mini lipstick from H&M in the shade Pale Pink. I have a swatch right there. Don't know if you will be able to tell, but it's a very, very pale pink, so I'm just using that like in the center of my lips to lighten like the color up and just give a little bit life back to my lips. Okay, and then for eyes, or eyeshadow, I will of course be focusing a lot on the products or the eyeshadows I have in my what's it called? Product Pan Roulette Eyeshadow Edition. So I will be focusing on those shadows, so if you're curious as to what they are, I will leave them down in the description. But I will also be focusing like more on this palette, which is the Maya Mia palette by Anastasia, which they came out with as a collaboration a few years ago. And this is what it looks like, and this shade right here called Glisten is also in a it's also in the eyeshadow roulette edition. Roulette eyeshadow edition. So yeah, I'm going to like use this one and then also try to incorporate the other shades in this palette. So yeah, that was everything for my first makeup cast. Okay, so that was everything for my first makeup basket. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you think about this project, and if you think I should let you come along and pick the products with me, sort of have a peek into my collection, or if you like these videos more where you sit and like talk about the products. Yeah, that was it. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!